There's not a lot of who's left in Whoville in Barclays, bro.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
It's not
Like, I literally don't know what
fun.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep cursing, but what does that mean?
Bro, did you know Dr. Seuss, bro? Whoville? What's poppin', people? On today's episode of Say Less, the Bing Bong is heavy in New York City, but Rosie's not feeling it because it smells like gentrification. Lowkey is talking about Hove entering the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and why he's scared of Halloween? Who knows? But we're about to get into it right now. Let's get it.
Why?
My name is Kaz.
This is Lowkey from Howard University.
Yeah,
Hip-hop
it is.
R&B throwback.
Yeah, it
Apple
is.
Music hits.
Yes.
Yeah, 9 to 10. Uncomfortable with the earpiece, but
Oh my
right here,
God.
and I love my guys.
There's no way you're going to complain about the goddamn earpiece for the whole
Bro,
episode.
I don't care where we are. I don't care where we record.
Yeah.
If I'm uncomfortable, I'm going to say it.
You know what
if
you
that
need to
makes
do?
you uncomfortable,
You need to
then
be
get
less
over
uncomfortable. That's what you need to
If
do.
it makes me uncomfortable, I'm going to say it.
You act like I'm asking you to attach it to your
How many
penis
times
or something.
have you
Like,
done
yo.
earpiece for the last year and a half, right?
You act like I asked to stick it in your butthole or something. Like, there's no way it's uncomfortable. It's an earpiece that goes in your ear.
Okay.
Okay?
You're right. My fault.
You good?
Yeah, I'm
Are you
great.
comfortable now?
I'm great, Kaz.
Do you need to grease the ear a little bit?
Kaz, I'm great.
Is it okay? All right.
It's Kaz's show.
Rosie, what's good, Rose?
What's up, guys?
How you feeling?
How y'all feeling?
I feel good. Jake, you
feel
good?
great.
I'm great.
I'm great. You know why I'm great, Jake? Because the Knicks are back, God damn it, all right?
Yes,
Lo,
sir.
you feeling good about your Giants? I don't think so, because they blew it last night against the Kansas City Chiefs. You were watching the game yesterday. The Chiefs have been looking crazy. We'll get to my Knicks. We'll get to Bing Bong. We'll get to all that in a little bit. But let's
God.
get a little fresh, some fresh Monday Night Football takes. Your New York Football Giants coming off of an impressive win last week.
That wasn't impressive. It was good.
Listen,
it was
any
against
win,
the Panthers.
any win the Giants can get is
It
impressive.
was against the Panthers. That's not
Any win that
impressive.
the Giants can get is impressive at this
Not
point
impressive
in
at
time.
all. I'm not giving like the charity trophies.
I mean,
we got
honestly, the
lucky.
Carolina Panthers look better than the Kansas City Chiefs this year. So, to be fair.
Well, anyone looks better than the Giants, so it's a charity trophy.
Well, talk to me about your Giants right now. What do you think?
No, there's
is wrong
nothing to talk
with
about. Daniel Jones sucks. We don't have a running game.
Just dive right in.
No, our run defense is is horrible.
them? Daniel Jones is your running game. Like,
we have no
They got
running
him
game.
running QBRs.
Yeah, and you saw the last
I
play
mean,
that happened last night.
quarterback options, yeah, all that.
Fucked it up.
Yeah.
And it's like, his reads are awful. Our
And
weapons are our wide receivers are just not showing up. We had a couple great offensive plays, but penalties hurt us a
Yeah.
lot.
I would say the penalties were the worst thing about last
And I
night.
think our run defense, got tormented, during the first half. And it's, honestly, me and my, Animal from West
Shout
Coast.
out Animal. Yeah.
I was asking him, I'm
Big
like,
fella.
he was like, yo, Danny is not the franchise quarterback. Danny does not have what it takes to lead that, that franchise into a playoff run or a Super Bowl run. And I asked him, like, you think
That's asking a lot of Super Bowl run. A lot of quarterbacks.
I mean,
out there
well,
can't
every
take a team to the Super Bowl.
team is.
I'm not asking a whole lot of Daniel Jones. I'm like, yo, can you win
no,
some games?
every team is asking for it. I mean,
Can you hold the division down? Like,
But that's your objective.
no, I'm saying like,
in any team.
Yeah, right,
Your objective
right.
is to make a Super Bowl run.
right, of course, yeah, definitely.
Your objective is that. So I'm looking like who could actually replace that. And I said, you think Cam Newton has a place in the
I
franchise?
love Cam, bro. That dude, he's like an old 1970s Pinto right now, bro. Like he's got a lot of mileage on his body.
1970s Pinto.
Yeah, a Pinto.
Oh, Pinto.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Yeah, I couldn't hear
the
you.
dude got mileage on his body, man, and I
couldn't
feel
hear
like you don't have to hear me. Like I can.
No, I know. It was clouding. It's clouding.
There's no way you're gonna complain about the eye feel.
No, I'm just telling you, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
So now I heard what you said.
You know you have two ears.
Yeah.
There's another ear
Because, like,
with
this is
nothing in
this
it.
is closer to your voice.
That works just fine.
This is closer to
you
your
know
voice.
that.
No,
like,
no,
there's
this is-
another ear.
This is closer to your voice.
You-
Continue on.
So do this. If you can't hear me, I want you to.
No, I just want to let you know.
Just
But
leave it.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. This episode of Say Less with Kaz, Lowkey and Rosy is brought to you by McDonald's, proudly serving communities since 1965. Low, Rosie, Jake, everybody here knows how much we bangs with McDonald's, okay? When I was a kid, I used to have my birthday parties there, get my little happy hats, get my happy meals, all that type of stuff. It's always been like an unofficial like community center back in the day, right? Like I know you told me about, going back to school with the fresh fries.
Listen, man.
After the doctor's appointment.
Not the fresh fries. The Egg McMuffin. The hash brown.
Hash browns.
Tall OJ.
Yes.
And lit. Dancing in front of my teacher. You can't afford this, Miss Simmons. Let me finish my breakfast.
Miss Simmons.
Yes.
I had a specific memory.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Rosie, you got any specific McDonald's memories back in the day as a kid?
Just leaving for lunch in high school to go to McDonald's was a flex.
So you had the cool high school where they
cool
let you go get lunch in the middle of the day.
Like, if you got a car, go ahead, get it. Cool, got it.
Exactly.
Come back with the fries and the chicken.
There you go.
That's
Lit.
right.
It's good breakup food, too.
Wow. Anyway, this has been McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I'm going there right now.
We need to get you to Mr. Potato
1970
Head here,
Pinto?
a 1970s Pinto.
Okay.
Is what I compare Cam Newton to. I don't think he's the answer. I think if you look at that Giants roster, the way they're made up, like I don't even know who you give the ball to. It's not like it's Cleveland when you got like Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, Kareem Hunt, like Nick Chubb, all these great offensive players, and you got a quarterback who's just like, I mean, he's all right, but he's not, he's not that dude that's going to win the game for you. I look at that Giants roster, and you got no Saquon Barkley, who's been out for a myriad of injuries. I mean, Evan Ingram.
You got Ross.
Evan Ingram got a touchdown yesterday, but, like, overall,
Yeah.
it's been up and down with him. Like, he's not been, like, the knockdown, like, go-to tight end target that we wanted him to be. And then the wide receiver targets, Kadarius Toney, who's got a lot of hype coming out of college, like, incredible playmaker. You got to get him the ball in certain situations. And if you don't got an offensive line that can hold it up, the hog mollies, as Joe Judge calls it, or whatever, you're not going to get the ball to anybody. So that being said, you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, who have been the story of the NFL this year because they don't look like the Kansas City Chiefs we're used to.
Well, no, because Patrick Mahomes' brother always dances.
So talk to me about the Jackson Mahomes stuff.
I mean, Jackson Mahomes has been, a casualty to his brother's losses and his bad performances. And I guess like the interceptions that Patrick has had.
So it's all his brother's fault. You don't think,
I mean, was it happening last season?
Listen, all I know is
it happened the season before?
Jackson Mahomes, he has
all of a sudden TikTok takes off. And now every time homeboy is dancing on the sideline, his brother's throwing 7, 8, 9, 10 picks.
For those who haven't noticed, Jackson Mahomes is huge on TikTok, and he got a big, I want to say, controversy a few weeks ago when they played the Washington football team.
And it was Adrian Peterson's.
It was Sean Taylor.
Sean
Taylor memorial, and they put his number on a place that is,
it was sectioned off.
Yeah, it was sectioned off. So like a lot of people at first like, Jackson Mahomes is foul for this. Like, how do you, dance on the great Sean Taylor's number? But like, it was like he didn't section the place off. Like the Washington franchise did that. So then he's dancing on the number or whatever, looking like a fool. They lose. They've been playing bad for a while. Mahomes has been playing bad for a while. I don't know what to say about these two teams, man. Like Monday Night Football.
There's nothing to say. I mean, the Giants are a franchise team in the NFL that, yes, it will draw Monday Night Football numbers. Right?
Jackson Mahomes don't look like Island boy.
No,
he's an Island boy.
I'm not. You know what? I'm just gonna. I'm gonna reserve my comments.
No, don't reserve your comments.
No,
it's a podcast.
I'm definitely gonna. No,
do not reserve your comments.
I'm definitely gonna reserve my comments.
No.
I'm definitely gonna reserve my comments.
Say what you gotta say, bro.
Out of respect.
Out of respect for who? Jackson Mahomes ain't
out of
here.
respect.
Who are you hiding your thoughts
out of respect
for
Patrick, and out of respect for the family of the Mahomes.
Do you know the family?
No, I don't. But I'm not gonna be a disrespectful person.
I think.
What did you
What
want to
about
say?
Sean Taylor's family?
That was fucked up. I mean,
okay.
excuse my language. That was very foul. Like, it wasn't cute. It wasn't fun. Like, I get it. TikTok, viral moments. I understand that. Cool.
Right.
You can do that shit on the field. You can do that in the skybox. Like, you can do that anywhere. You don't do that there. Like I don't care how popular you are. I don't care who your brother is. You don't do that there.
But that's not what you're holding your tongue for. What are you holding?
I'm holding my tongue for a lot.
Why?
No, because I'm not.
I want to know.
He's biracial, so whatever you got to say, you could only be half a minute.
And you know what? hey, man.
I'm reading your thoughts. You're like, okay, you're trying to hold on,
Hey, man, listen.
to the good white folks that support and listen to the show. Appreciate you all.
we don't
And I'm
have to do that.
assuming that's why you're holding your tongue.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
Lo, what are you scared of?
No.
What are you scared of? You scared?
Guys, like seriously,
You scared?
it's too early.
You're scared.
It's
Get a
too
blanket,
early.
bro.
It's
not even that early.
It's literally
It's not
too
that early
early
no
for the
more.
poking. It's
7:46.
literally too early for the poking because if I say what I want to
Say what
we're
you
gonna
gotta
get
say.
escorted out of
Get
here.
it off your chest,
So
bro.
I'm trying to
Get
build
it off
this
your
up
chest.
where we have leverage.
Don't
We
let me
Bro,
assume
like,
what's on your mind.
What
me
do
just
you
keep
want
it-
to say?
Let me just keep it clean.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I respect, Jackson Mahomes, supporting his brother. I get it. I understand it. All I'm saying is it's not working.
What are you?
Yo, bro, like, no, I'm not afraid of nothing.
What are you afraid of, buddy?
Because if I go there,
Say
then, like,
it.
bro, because
Go
if I
there.
go there,
Go there.
if I go
Say
there,
it.
we're gonna get on the group chat.
Say it.
Bro, you can't say
do shit like
that.
that.
You can't talk like that.
I'm
It's not-
encouraging
We're trying
you.
to elevate.
I'm encouraging you to let the blicky go
Listen,
on Jackson
man,
Mahomes.
Jackson Mahomes, stay your ass home and relax. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's move on.
Let's move on to the real team in New
You
York
do
football.
need to stay home though.
That's it.
I mean-
look at that.
Here's my thing.
Just stay
He
home.
wasn't even smoking that joint. Like, what was he?
What is he doing?
Look at the footwork. There's 0 feet work.
There's
It's
no-
all
that's-
upper body.
You said he's biracial? That's the white
bi-
side.
He's biracial.
Only the white side showed up.
He's biracial.
Please, let's move on.
Girl.
the more I drink the secret Say Less juice.
Shout out to the Secret
more
Say
it's-
Less drink.
let's-
Proud sponsor.
I love
Shout out to Alexa, the woman on the screen.
Yo, I
Shout
feel
out
like
to
Alexa's
Baby
like
Jesus.
reading me. She's like, yo, Lo, just
push
go,
through?
Just go. Just push through.
Power
through.
through.
Let's talk about the real football team in New York. The New York Jets, baby. Mike White. One of the most improbable games of this season. The New York Jets
What's your record?
this entire year has absolutely sucked. The Jets have been awful. Zach Wilson has shown little glimpses of, of decent quarterback play, but overall, defense sucks, special teams sucks, coaching sucks, quarterback sucks
Why are we talking about them?
because of Mike White.
What did he
Hello.
do?
Mike White.
Against the Bengals?
The Bengals are a very good football team this year, by the way.
So what did he do? All right, so what did he do that we
Mike
have to, like,
White is
what
the
did he
backup
do?
quarterback for the New York Jets, okay? Mike White, before the season started, the starting job was bestowed upon Zach Wilson. And any pundit, anybody who watched any football says, you know what? You should probably get a veteran backup quarterback.
He's
because
35?
No, he's not 35. He's been in the league for 3 years.
Okay.
But he's never started a game, never even played a game.
All right.
Mike White comes off the bench, starts against the 5-2 Cincinnati Bengals, throws for 405 yards. 2 touchdowns, I want to say. Was it 2 touchdowns? He caught a touchdown, or caught a 2-point conversion, got a Philly special on, and beats the Bengals
That
By
man has
three-
something
by
to
3
prove.
points?
by 3 points.
Okay. So what
Put up
what's
30
the-
points. The
what's-
most
what's
points.
The story.
The most points this New York Jets team has put up in 4 years. The most yards by any Jets quarterback since Vinny Testaverde.
Like 33 games? No, more than that. A crazy number of games.
A
like
crazy
30
number of games. The Jets
what are
have
we
been
celebrating? What are we
historically-
celebrating right now?
Mike White is going to be, he's got the opportunity to be football Jeremy Lin, bro. He is a guy
And you
who
saw how that
nobody-
story ended.
A movie, being wildly famous.
Jeremy Lin has a movie?
Like, Jeremy Lin has
know that.
plenty of movies, yes. You never seen the Linsanity movie? It was great. It was on Netflix. It was a fantastic film.
That's one.
Yeah.
He's got a movie.
Where the
No, he
rest?
said he had plenty of movies.
Yeah,
He's
where
got
the
a
rest?
movie.
What's the
Jeremy
other one?
Lin is probably one of the most iconic
what's the other
and
movies?
influential Asian American
What's the
athletes
other
of all
movies?
time.
What's the other movies?
I'm sure there's plenty of the documentaries.
Like
on
HBO
it. There was
Max
definitely-
or like
there was a movie
Hulu.
based on his life, and there was a documentary on his life.
Okay.
So that is plural.
So why
does
has
that
this man
satisfy
never-
your query?
Wait, why has this man never played?
He's only been in the league for 2 years. He was drafted by the Cowboys. He was a backup there. Never saw the field. Obvious reason. Dak Prescott didn't see the field. Wasn't expected to see the field this year. He came in as sort of a last minute option, but put the team on his back. put up 405 yards, beat a very good Cincinnati Bengals team with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Not saying this means anything, not saying it means everything, but they do play this Thursday. Zach Wilson is going to be out for a couple of weeks.
Who do they play?
4 weeks. Who do they play, Jake? Pull up the next game. I know they play this Thursday, but Mike White is going to start again.
I just love how you set yourself up for failure.
Who set myself up for failure? This is the New York Jets. Do you know what the bar is for Jets fans right now?
This is why and that's my point.
Why?
You're proving my point
Why?
right now. You're like the bar is so low that you're making a story about a backup quarterback
who won a game.
Did what he was supposed to
be
do.
A division leader. What he was supposed to do.
You're supposed to fucking win.
You know how hard
he came out the trenches.
Daniel Jones win?
And he did 405 yards.
Yeah.
And he beat. You're supposed to do that, bro.
When's the last time Daniel Jones threw for 400 yards?
Never.
Never. Okay. Second of all, he's never done that.
And when was the last time anyone
he's
talked about
never
the
done
Jets?
it. He's never done it. He's never done it. He's never thrown for 400 yards in his life.
You're right.
This dude came off the bench.
I think he had a lot to prove.
I'm sure he did.
And caught a TD.
and caught a touchdown.
This is
Or
not
2
the
points.
NFC. It's not the AFC Championship.
It don't matter.
It's
The
week
Jets
7.
are terrible.
It's week 7,
They
bro.
had nothing
They
going
won.
for them.
Great job. They
have to
won.
take-
The Jets had nothing going for them all season.
This how
They have to celebrate every win.
this is how New York fans do the Knicks.
You're a New York fan.
Yeah.
You know what's
No, I'm
What are you
actually
talking
not.
about?
I'm
You're
not,
not
a
a
Knicks,
New York-
I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm not a Jets fan.
You're Giants fan.
You're not a
Giants
Giants
play
fan?
in New Jersey.
Oh my
does
God!
the
This is what we're doing now. This is
Giants
what
play
we're
in New
doing now.
Jersey.
He's
You
in New
are
Jersey.
you're worse than a fair weather fan. You a no weather fan.
I'm not a fair
bro.
weather fan. I've been a Giants fan for like last
You
25
literally
years
just
of
said,
my
"Oh,
life.
the Giants play in New
I'm
Jersey."
saying the Giants play in MetLife Stadium. Where's that? East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thank you.
That's so
Continue
stupid.
on.
My favorite
the
thing
Jets.
about
That's so stupid.
my favorite thing about Mike White is that I've heard multiple Jet fan comparisons to Tom Brady.
Yo, listen.
Like,
A lot of people were saying.
bro, I'm not doing this. Like,
man
I'm not-
Zach Wilson
y'all-
might have
y'all
got
can-
Bledsoe,
y'all can have
bro.
that. Y'all can have that.
Why
Zach
what?
Wilson. Comparisons to Tom.
I've heard it.
This was the
Delusional
weekend.
Jets fans?
Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
Jets
okay,
fans are being
yeah.
delusional at all. I think that
If I've heard it from
nobody's saying they're gonna run the table.
I'm not saying that.
But
I'm
you
just saying
find a
based on
guy-
that little comment right there. Where's the comparison off of one game that you actually compare him to a GOAT?
Because Drew Bledsoe, if you remember, when he was quarterback for the New England Patriots, came in, lots of money, who was the unquestioned leader of the team, goes down by injury, Tom Brady takes over, balls out, Bledsoe never sees the fields again.
Right.
Zach Wilson, incumbent quarterback, even as a rookie, unquestioned leader of the team,
Right.
gets injured, Mike White balls out. There's a possibility. Zach Wilson was the number 2 overall pick in this year's
I
draft.
cannot wait until Mike
was-
White disappoints y'all again on Thursday.
Disappointed who? He's a backup.
I mean, not again.
That's the
I
beauty
can't
of-
wait. I can't wait till he
Until he
disappoints you
does
for
it.
the
That's
first
the
time.
beauty of backup quarterbacks, though. The beauty
Right,
of backup quarterbacks
and I love
is
your
that
I love your optimism.
there's
love it.
there's no expectations when you're a backup. It's the best job
You're
in
right,
sports.
right. So if he bombs on Thursday,
No
well,
one's
he's
gonna
the
care
back-
'cause
he's
he's a backup.
Yeah, all right, exactly. All right,
No one's gonna care 'cause he's a
all right,
backup.
all right, so it's a win-win.
They play-
Like y'all got him
Yeah.
on Sunday, and he
Yeah.
bombs
What
on Thursday,
do
and
I,
it's cool.
do I think Mike White is gonna like go on a run with the Jets and
He
beat the
literally
Bills?
just said
for the
y'all
AFC
fans are
East?
comparing him to
Absolutely
Tom
not.
Brady.
Right.
There is a similar Tom Brady comparison
All right, cool. That's what's
to
up.
how that situation
We'll see.
happened.
We'll see Thursday.
But I'm not calling him
Thursday.
Tom Brady. I'm just saying I see
the
the
man over here
comparison.
did. You
know
see
what I'm
the
saying?
I see what
comparison?
you're
You
saying.
I
see
see the
the
comparison.
comparison?
I see what
Let-
you're doing here.
You have
Listen.
great eye. You have great eyesight. You see the comparison?
Yes.
He's like, yes.
Yes, I do. Lo, look at me.
He also thought the Trump thing was a comparison to
Yeah,
Kyrie,
you also
so,
compared
I don't know
Kyrie
if you
to
see
Trump,
too
so-
well. but,
Hey man, we
let's
can
keep
talk
going.
about Kyrie. I don't want to talk about Kyrie again.
No, I'm
this
just saying. I
week,
think
bro.
your eyesight is a bit off. But,
I don't think it was that off. I think it was
No,
actually
it was
pretty
very off
accurate.
because a lot of
I
people
think it was
looked in our
pretty
comments
accurate.
like, "Yeah, you're bugging."
All right, and a lot of people were like, "Yeah, he was supporting." Same people that was supporting him was.
Yeah, and the same people that thought
in the
Mike
streets.
White is the next Tom Brady. Cool. So you got it.
Listen, if the Jets win this week, I don't think they're gonna
If
win
they-
this.
yeah,
Who do
they-
they play this week?
Colts.
The Colts. That's a winnable game. If you beat the Bengals, you can beat any team in the NFL. That's a winnable game. The Bengals, bro, the Bengals
If
are
you can
very
beat
good.
the
this year.
Bengals, you can beat any NFL team.
Yes, bro.
So, all right, so
have you
if
seen
they beat-
Joe Burrow
if they
this
beat
year?
the Bengals, they
have
can
you
beat the
seen
Cowboys?
Jamar Chase? Have you seen that Bengals
If
defense?
they beat the Bengals, they can beat Cowboys.
I don't know about beating the Cowboys. They
You
don't
said
play the
they're
Cowboys.
beat any
this year.
NFL team.
They don't play the Cowboys.
I'm just
Do they
saying,
play
can they beat the
this
Cowboys?
year?
Who the Jets?
I said if you can beat the Bengals,
You can beat any
you
NFL
can
team.
beat any team in the NFL.
Can they
the
beat the
Bengals are
Cowboys?
just as good as any team in the NFL.
Cowboys are better. And listen, I'm NFC East till I die, and I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Eagles. I hate the Redskins. Cowboys are showing their ass.
You know who I don't hate?
Who?
Bing Bong.
Oh, that's you.
The
not
new
That's you. No,
That is
New
not
York Knickerbockers, baby,
Oh my
are
God.
back.
I don't watch none of that shit.
Let's
that's
talk
y'all
about.
too.
We'll talk about it.
No, I'll enter
We're gonna
myself,
get
but-
into the depths of the Bing Bong, but I want to just touch on the Knicks real quick. The Knicks did lose last night, but they are 5-2
Shocking.
in the NBA. 5-2,
Shocker.
third in the Eastern Conference. Beat the Chicago Bulls last week. Huge game. Hang their only loss on them. And the Knicks look like a completely different team from last year. A team that relied heavily on defense, on scrappiness, on grinding out games. And this year, the New York Knicks are bombs away, leading the NBA in three-point makes and attempts, shooting teams out the gym. Kemba Walker looks like he found the fountain of youth. Derrick Rose is Derrick Rose. Julius Randle playing great basketball. RJ Barrett taking that next step. Mitch Robinson looks good. The New York Knicks are up, and we want the smoke.
Is that a losing streak?
They lost one game yesterday, bro.
I'm asking. I just want to make sure I saw it. That's all.
That's not a losing one game is not a losing
No, it
streak.
says L1. I want to make sure
Honestly,
that means
bro.
is that losing?
I don't want us to blow our nut too early.
I don't want us to blow our nut too early either. But the one thing about the New York Knicks is that they played better during the second half of the season. Last year they were very up and down. I think they were much more 500 team until Derrick Rose came on. Once Derrick Rose joined the team, I think they won like 34-11, something like that. They played really well with him on the court. That being said, no matter what you think about how they're playing, if it's sustainable, whatever, Knicks fever has swept the city in record time, right? The opening game against the Boston Celtics, double overtime thriller. That viral video that has sparked a lot of controversy, and we're going to talk about that later in the show, about the Bing Bong era Knicks. They've beaten the Bulls, the only 6-1 team left in the NBA. They've beaten the Magic, lost to the Magic also, beat the Pelicans. All looked good. On the other side of the bridge, this past week, I went to both games. I went to the Knicks against the Philadelphia 76ers when they blew out the Sixers and Joel Embiid. Then I went to see the Brooklyn Nets, Miami Heat against at Barclays Center, where they lost to the Miami Heat.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about Kyrie earlier today. We were talking about the Brooklyn Nets, the super team, the favorite to win it all if they're all healthy and right and everybody's there. There's not a lot of who's left in Whoville in Barclays, bro.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
It's not
Like I literally don't know what
fun.
the fuck. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep cursing, but what does that mean?
Bro, when you go to the both of those
Like,
arenas,
bro, my bucket. Like, what does that mean?
if you let me
The
talk,
who's
I
the who?
think so.
Like, what?
Did you watch? Did you know Dr. Seuss, bro? Whoville? You don't know what Whoville is?
I'm 39 years
With all the
old.
Who? Yeah, you.
Yeah,
I
that's-
barely more
I
reason why you
barely
know who Dr.
remember
Seuss
Curious
is.
George.
How do you not know Curious George, Dr. Seuss?
Wait,
Like, I
What?
remember
Okay,
that.
guys, what did
What is-
you
yeah,
mean
what is-
by
what
that?
does it mean?
Wait,
What I meant was,
low school for Dr. Seuss?
in the beginning of the season, everybody is like, yeah, Brooklyn Nets taking it all. Even without Kyrie, we taking over New York. Nobody wants to go to the old,
Brooklyn's been saying that.
uncool,
Brooklyn's been
not
saying that.
fun
That's not a
Madison
new thing.
Square
That's
Garden.
not a new thing. Brooklyn's like they've been like the Brooklyn Nets fans and
Yeah.
pundits have been saying that. So that's not new in 2021. But
Okay.
continue on.
What I'm telling you is, I went to both of those arenas this week.
Okay.
I went to the Garden. Lots of fanfare. Celebrities in there. Fans excited.
Okay.
Everybody's screaming. Every play into every game. Fucking cheering on from the top guys, the Julius Randles, to the end of the bench. Everybody got Obi Toppin
Energy.
chants, chanting for Deuce McBride. Everybody in New York on the New York Knicks is a fan favorite. I went to Brooklyn, and I'm
quiet.
just like... And it wasn't like it wasn't not
was
lit.
quiet.
Like Jack Harlow was there, you know what I mean? Wale was there. Hove was there. Like that was the game Hove
Do you
smoked a drink.
understand that? Do you understand? It's a comparison like how you have for the Jets and the Giants, right?
Yeah.
Like the Giants are a franchise for New York as
Right.
as a city,
Right.
Right. And we know both teams are in New York. We
Right.
we understand that, right?
Right.
The Brooklyn Nets are
Not.
They're not, but we all know. But the Knicks have been around since
Are the Knicks.
God knows. Like the Knicks are the Knicks. I don't want you. No.
You can't move the goalpost no more, my guy.
How am I
It
moving
was
anything?
all fun and games when the Knicks were bad. It was all fun and games when people were talking about, the Knicks struck out on Kyrie. They struck out on KD.
Cass.
They got James Harden.
Cass.
They're going to sweep the finals. Nah, don't Cass me. Don't Cass me. No, because I had to listen for the past 3 years about how the Knicks done lost it everything. They lost New York. Nobody wants to go to the Garden. It's the uncool place to play. I heard that for 3. Nobody said that. KD won Hot 97 and specifically said. Kevin Durant specifically won Hot 97 and said
he's
nobody
playing
wants
for
to play
the
for the New York
opposing
Knicks because they're not cool. Because there's a circus over there.
He
You can't
plays
focus on
for
basketball.
Brooklyn.
Guess what, KD? Guess what, Brooklyn?
Y'all are 5-2
The
and acting like y'all are
circus is in Barclays. The circus is in Barclays. There's protesters out there.
Shut up.
They don't know when the players are coming back.
Cass, stop.
You could have walked into Barclays the game they were playing Miami Heat and got courtside tickets that day. You can't go into the Garden and try and get courtside tickets that day. Are you kidding me? Barclays, where's that same energy, bro? Nah, don't get cute now. Don't get quiet now. It was all fun and games. It was all fun and games when the Knicks was getting beat by the Hawks.
My guy, have you taken a breath?
Kaz is like,
the ice tray and doing all this and taking a breath. It was all fun and games.
Kaz is like the
then.
girl.
Nah, I'm
Kaz is
keeping
like
the
the
same
girlfriend
energy.
in the argument that knows she's wrong, but
Who's
just gonna
wrong? Look at the
let
standings.
me just
I'm sorry.
just let
I'm
him
sorry.
go.
Do you see these? The IFP is next to me. I'm sorry. Do you see the standings, bro?
Yes.
Do you see the
It's
standings?
been 7 games.
5-2.
I don't care.
They're 1 week
I don't
in.
care.
They're 1 week in.
I don't care.
Let me
bro.
go
Listen.
back. People are always going to come to Madison Square Garden. Always.
Nobody's denying that.
All right. So that's my point. So don't act as if the Brooklyn Nets were the new kids in town and no one's coming to their games and no one's showing up. There's no fanfare. It's the Garden, my guy.
Right.
It is No, I'm not moving no goalposts. It is Madison Square Garden. When the Knicks were trash and losing, people were still in front row.
Oh my God.
All right, yo. I mean, he's dressed like a Knickerbocker, so like I ain't about to.
I just want to know where this Bing Bong came
I
from.
hope you pronounced the CK in what you said, bro.
I said Knickerbocker.
Okay, you said it real fast. I was like, whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry that you can't hear. Yeah.
No, I
take
can
the
hear
earpiece
you.
out. Take the earpiece out.
I can hear
Take the
you.
earpiece out.
No.
Kaz,
My earpiece
please
works.
tell me where the Bing Bong came from.
All right, we're gonna get into Bing Bong.
They take any little victory they can get
Yeah.
and celebrate,
Look at it,
and that's
look at it,
cute.
look
So
at
go ahead. Bing Bong.
I want to know where that came
Yeah,
from.
what's Bing Bong?
We're gonna talk about it later, but let's talk about it now. Screw it. Bing Bong has been the rallying cry of the New York
The
Knicks.
ignorant cry of the New York Knicks.
Now it's ignorant. Now it's ignorant.
The ignorant cry. No, continue
Now
on.
it's ignorant.
Yeah, no, it is.
You think we ignorant now, Lo? You think Knicks fans are ignorant right now in the first 2 weeks of the season? You just wait. You just wait, bro. You just wait. You haven't seen the depths of ignorance. You haven't even touched the level of ignorance we're about to get to this year, boy.
Rose, you know what? I've tried to give the grace because the Knicks fans did great last year. Ended up number 4. Gave the Hawks, a run for their money. Did what they could. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Maybe I'm too hard on these guys. And I like seeing Kaz happy. I like seeing his hairline healthy. I like seeing his skin glowing.
I know we're not talking about hairlines being healthy right now, bro.
I like seeing.
I know we're not talking. Take off that.
I like seeing his clothes match.
Take off that.
I like seeing his
Take off
clothes
that.
match.
Exactly.
I like seeing all that. I like seeing all that.
I feel like
And I don't want to see
that
him
roommate
back
that
in
lives
that.
with a couple.
I don't want to see him unhealthy. I don't want to see him just upset.
Like watching
I don't
want to
see him sitting there like he listened to an Adele album. You know what I mean?
Guys,
Go ahead, continue on.
the Bing Bong.
The Bing Bong.
Where did it come
All right.
from?
So I say all that to say,
I need
Bing
to know.
Bong has taken over New York City. This aforementioned double overtime win that opened up the season on national television against the Boston Celtics. There was a viral video that went out courtesy of the people of Side Talk NYC. If people don't know who Side Talk NYC is,
You don't need to know.
well, we should give them a little context so we can see why you feel the way you feel. Let's let the audience decide.
True,
They should feel that way. Side Talk NYC is a viral video series that's gotten a lot of popularity from literally just turning on video cameras in areas in New York City, whether it be Uptown, Brooklyn, after Knicks games, Giants games, whatever, and just letting New Yorkers just be New Yorkers, right? Like just being loud, talking shit, boisterous. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that long. It's usually about a minute and a half videos, but it's literally just.
It is really funny.
It is funny.
It's very funny.
Because
New Yorkers are funny.
It's ignorant.
It's
ignorant.
It's very
it's
ignorant.
fun. It's a fun.
It's ignorant.
It's ignorant.
Just call it what it is.
But it's funny.
In the video that
ignorant.
that went viral, there's so many. We can play the video. Play it real quick. So.
That's ignorant.
Bunch of folks. This is after a double overtime win against a team that everybody said was better than the Knicks. So obviously they're very riled up. Lots of cursing. This white boy blazing the L, talking shit. He said, "We had De Blasio, we had Cuomo. It was rough shit, but we got the Knicks." Shout out Jesus. We got Jesus in the video talking. This wild guy, and then the dude right here, who comes on right after this clip, is who is the star of the video. Blink. And you might miss it. He's not there. But for 2 seconds, he just hops on the camera and goes, Bing Bong. And that is the opening theme that Side Talk uses for any of the video. Now, Bing Bong is mimicking the sound of a subway or a train station when you go in, hear the song, ding, ding, whatever it is, right?
Oh, exactly.
Ever since then, the Knicks, Mike Breen mentioned it on the commentary yesterday. MSG has it on the PA system now. Evan Fournier retweeted this video, said, "Hey, give me a Bing Bong. Don't know what I got myself into." It's not just taking over the NBA, New York City. It's taking over the NBA. Like
It's taking over.
it's
the
taking
NBA.
over everybody in the league.
I'm just waiting for the Bing Bong Bang.
The Bing Bong Bang from Mike Breen is gonna be the world's gonna collapse on himself when he pulls that off. But that being said, Rosie's not feeling it.
I don't like
Neither
it.
am I.
Rosie's not feeling it.
I don't like it.
So
I don't know what narrative y'all trying to build around this ignorant shit over here.
No.
oh god,
No.
this ignorant shit.
I don't like it because I went to the page and I was watching the videos, and yes, Lo, it's a very ignorant page. It's just New Yorkers talking shit. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
If the guys were at least from New York, I would feel a lot better about it.
Okay.
But it's just these two white
Where are they
kids.
from?
There's
So
some white kids from
there's
Cali.
definitely
Oh,
a
they're from
small part
California.
of me. There's a small part of me that makes
They
me feel
came
that
here
way.
and they're like, New Yorkers are funny. We could
Oh, so they
capitalize off
gentrified this whole thing.
So to be fair, they went to NYU. They're two white boys from NYU who
From
created
California.
this video, right? I don't know where they're from,
said
but
they're
they
from
did.
Yeah, I did some lurking.
Okay, so they're from California, went to NYU. They're like what 20-somethings. I'm sure in their
Probably high
young
20s.
20s, or whatever, probably fresh out of college, and
Sounds like some hypey shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely sounds like some culturally vulture-y shit where it gives me old school Vice vibes where they just set
Yeah.
white boys into Chicago with
Right,
cameras
right,
and microphones. It's like, hey, get a look at these crazy Chicago
Yeah.
guys. And
But as
tell
long
us
as it's
what you
supporting the
see.
Knicks, you good.
That's not even that, bro. So
All right,
what I'm saying is, you see, y'all take things too deep, bro.
What
Are we
is-
at a
all right,
point?
what is-
Are we at a point where we just can't have fun, bro? Does everything need a dissertation? Does everything need to be? Well, these
first off,
guys
stop
were white
getting
and black
emotional.
and
Stop
blah blah
getting-
blah.
First
blah.
off, you get
Can we
emotional when
not
it only
just
comes
have
to
fun?
you only get emotional when it comes to the Knicks.
I get
Everything
emotional
else we
about a
poke
lot
fun
of
at, you don't get emotional
Yeah.
about. It's the Knicks. All right, cool. We understand. You're having your moment. It's fun.
No.
The Knicks are winning. Bet. You have two white boys that came from NYU
Right.
that gentrified y'all streets.
Gentrified?
Yeah, and it was fun. Cool. We
Gentrified?
get it. It's fun.
They're not even in the video. I would say if it was them like being caricatures of New York city citizens and just like acting like New Yorkers, yeah, I'd feel away. But they literally just turn the cameras on and just
And
showing
say, yes,
us
act
who the
ignorant,
hell
yes.
we are.
And
That
yes,
doesn't
act
make
ignorant.
you feel away?
Yes.
A
New Yorkers
smidge.
act ignorant. Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
Go.
A smidge.
It doesn't make you feel-
Absolutely. I'm sorry.
I don't like
Rosie, you are a born and
She was
not born and
She was
bred
more
New Yorker.
vocal about it than I was.
She's
I'm just
extremely
adding on
vocal.
to her shit, but she was more vocal about it. She hated it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I do not like it.
Yeah, she don't like it.
I was on their pages and I'm like, first of all, there's these young kids and I'm like, y'all aren't even from New York. Y'all just
Yeah.
thought we were so funny that y'all decided to make money off of us.
So would it make you feel better? To be fair, I don't know if they're.
If Jake did it, I'd be fine. Because Jake is a white boy from New York.
What's the difference though?
He's experienced it. He just knew about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? These guys just saw an opportunity. I don't think they really even They probably don't even like
Would
us.
it make you feel better if it was
They
black
probably
people
don't
doing
even
this?
like us. They probably hate New Yorkers.
Probably. I'm sure there's a small part of it that came from like, oh my
probably
God,
hate 'em,
these
like-
people are so crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be really funny if we just went around with cameras and just recorded them. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
That's
there's
that's
definitely a small
exactly
part of
what
that
it
makes
is.
me
What they
feel-
did.
That's exactly what it is.
I hear where you're coming
Okay.
from. I completely understand, Rosie.
But
Totally.
But
go
your
ahead.
butt?
No, there's no but.
It sounds like there's a
There
but.
There's no
a butt
but.
coming.
What's the however? Go.
There's
Yeah,
no but.
we're-
Just like you,
however-
Rosie, there's no but. You walked right into it. You walked right into it.
I'm like,
Just kidding.
however.
Just kidding.
Like, all right.
Just kidding.
No, I want to know
Plenty
what's
of
the
butt.
however. What's the however?
I don't-
There's
I
no
mean,
however.
I could care less.
I
than
just
niggas.
think it's a fun thing. I'm not going to tell New Yorkers how to, especially the Knicks who have suffered for years about how, you know, to be fans. And if they want to be the Buffalo Bills of the NBA, so be it. Not mad at it. Let's move on. Yo, have you ever seen a vitamin water display at your local store? It looks like you're walking into an actual rainbow. Is it just me, or are the flavors of vitamin water insanely attractive? Plus, with titles like Energy, Revive, Focus, Refresh, Essential Power C, and Triple X, it's easy to pick a flavor to match your vibe because the real flex is flavor. Don't forget to check out the newest flavors, Gutsy Watermelon, Peach, and Lime Blueberry Hibiscus. Dave Chappelle, who after a special called The Closer said he's not going to talk about the LGBTQ community anymore. Surprise, surprise, is talking about the LGBTQ community.
He's not.
One more time.
He's responding.
He is responding.
to them.
Rosie, there's a quote over here. You want to read that real quick? Jake, scroll down right there.
What quote?
Boom, boom, boom. Starting with I said what I said.
I said what I said, and boy, I heard what you said.
Mm-hmm.
My God, how could I not? You said you want a safe working environment at Netflix. It seems like I'm the only one that can't go to your office anymore.
Which got a lot of applause, which is
I
kinda
actually didn't
strange
even
for
see
me.
that part.
Yeah, so Dave Chappelle put out a response video, I think on Instagram, pretty much responding to the reaction of the closer and what he said about his documentary that he was coming out with, right? There's one part about this whole discussion
Oh yeah.
where, you know,
this
Dave
part, yeah.
is, you know, there was a walkout at Netflix led by some trans employees and supporters of the trans community that felt what he said was very damning and you know, not the best way, and, you know, quote unquote punching down was a big thing about Dave Chappelle, and it's this whole thing.
It's redundant.
This
I'll go out.
whole-
Let's just skip to it and strip the color from it. I think the commentary about him and his, you know, relationship with the, you know, LGBT community and, you know, trans, I'm like, all right, we get it.
Yeah.
Like I get, like you
A
made.
wise man once said, "It's not funny anymore. Try different
You've
jokes."
delivered your punchlines.
Yeah.
You've delivered your anecdotes. You've delivered your experiences with these people, and you know we laughed. You know you mocked them. Then you said you didn't want to like make it a thing,
Right.
But you're making it a thing.
Still
And
a thing.
And now this is becoming a continuous thing. Now, art is art.
Yeah.
You know, commentary and narrative and experiences is what you go through,
Yeah.
and I can't, you know, demean or I can't, you know, look down on your experiences. Obviously, me and Dave Chappelle live two different lives,
Right.
but it's only but so many times I can come in here and talk about the girl that threw the hookah.
After a while, it's like, "Whoa, we heard that story
It's
before."
only so many times I can rephrase that story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I may be able to tell it like once, twice, 3 times, maybe if I'm lucky.
You're doing a lot.
But it's like, bruh, and you're like, your genius has surpassed a lot of the people that we love,
Right.
right? So it's like, my man, all right, we get it.
So here's my thing with this, right? Like, I don't want to minimize Chappelle's.
No, and that's
what
what
he's
I'm
been
not
through.
trying to do. And that's what I'm saying. That's
Granted-
what I said about the experience. I'm not trying to minimize. I'm not trying to, you know, demean. I'm not trying to like quiet what he's going through.
Right.
All I'm saying is, if this is going to be a continued stick, rephrase, reshape your experience with these people. Maybe it can be a progressive conversation where it could be poked fun at, or your conversation that you had could be poked fun at. based on how they feel. Obviously, comedy is, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not to be, judged, or it's not to be ruled, or it's not to be boxed in. But if you're going to keep running on that same hamster wheel, we're going to get off at some point.
All right. Rosie, what do you think of this response by Chappelle?
It didn't bother me. I think what Lo's saying is true. Like, he needs to stop talking about it. But I feel like if they want to speak to him, if that's going to help, I think he should do it.
Build a bridge.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But do it. Like,
But
don't say this, like, I said what I said and this, that, and the third. It's like, all right, bro, like, if you want to bridge the community and the gap that y'all have, or there's something, whatever y'all going through, bridge it.
But I also agree with him when he said he doesn't think that most of those people have watched it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he wasn't really, like, bashing them in the comedy.
It's not about bashing. It's just like you're rehashing the same commentary or the same narrative.
You're just saying stop talking about it.
It's just like, yo, bro, we
Leave
get
him
it.
alone.
Like, we understand it. You've had experience.
Now you're saying they're bullying him.
It's like, yo, bro, like, stop. Like, we get it. You know what I mean?
Well,
because
Chappelle-
there's new material to be had if you do sit down with them.
So in this response, right, Chappelle did say he would meet with leaders of the trans and LGBTQ community under certain circumstances. One was you had to watch the entire special in its entirety, right? Which I believe a lot of people really didn't do.
That's what I
to
said.
Be honest.
I don't think that they
I do
watched
feel
it.
like there's a strong amount of people who saw the headline, saw the clips on Twitter,
Right.
Yeah,
saw a lot of
that's it.
stuff, and just ran with that,
Right.
right? And there's also what else? What was he
I
gonna
was
say,
just
Jake?
saying, he had a lot of slides at the end of the special of like Black Trans Lives Matter, a lot of
Yes.
like, big statements where people
Right.
were
Yes.
saying he doesn't care about any of this.
Of course, and I don't want to minimize what he's been through as well. Obviously,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never wanted to, like,
got
take
a
away from
friend.
that. Yeah.
he tells a story of a
Exactly,
friend of his
exactly.
who is trans that he has some jokes in previous specials.
Mm-hmm.
They met, they had a rapport. She gave him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But that above all that was his friend. He lost his friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the same sort of backlash and same sort of like, culture that wants to bring him down, he probably believes is the same thing that killed his friend. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
she ended up, committing suicide after all these people came at her saying like, how dare you support this man? How dare you do this, that, and the third? Like, so I don't want to minimize what he's been through because I'm sure that's pretty traumatic on his
Very,
own.
very
Millionaire,
traumatic. Yeah.
rich guy, whatever.
yeah.
Like nobody's
Strip
immune
all
from
that, and it's still a human experience.
Nobody's immune from the trials and tribulations
Right,
of the
right,
human
right.
experience,
Right.
right? So I totally understand that. That being said, I do think Chappelle, needs to move on. Right? Like
That's my
like
my
the Chappelle I
only
grew up
thing.
on was the funniest dude on
That's
earth.
your Kaz. Literally, that's my only thing. Like, bro,
Because he touched
shift it.
everything. The reason why we gave him a lot of room
grace.
to talk about
Yeah.
this trans stuff is because he never held back on any group of people. He
Anyone.
made
Yes,
fun
yes,
of
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
equally.
Yeah,
the
but
fact
now he's
that,
But now,
stuck
like,
on the
now,
fact that
now,
he's
now your
zeroed in
scope
on
is,
this-
your scope is like still there.
yeah, the fact that he's zeroed in on this makes me a little bit like, okay, like
It's like you playing GoldenEye, and like you already killed your opponent.
You already
But
killed him.
Your scope
Yeah.
is still there.
you've already hit your target.
Yeah.
Let's
I
move
get it.
on now.
Exactly.
So I mean, he's putting out a documentary that he claims no studio wants to stand behind ever since The Closer. So he's gonna take it on tour on certain
Yeah, he's doing certain
theaters,
cities. Yeah, certain days.
do all that type of stuff. And and speaking of which, Chappelle was also at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this week, inducting Jay-Z
I mean, not the only one. 'Cause,
He was
there's
one
a-
of the
there's a list-
inductees.
There's a list of people.
into Jay-Z
And we
into
can,
the
we can run off the list. So, Chappelle was the one that was present and gave the speech. But
But
we
the
have a
folks
list.
in that video were Rihanna, Pharrell, Diddy, Regina King, Samuel L. Jackson, Lupita Nyong'o, Lenny Kravitz, DJ Premier, John Legend, MC Light, Kevin Hart, Lena Waithe, Halle Berry, Questlove, Naomi Campbell, Aziz Ansari, Jamie Foxx, Trevor Noah, Kerry Washington, Chris Martin, Usher, and Ricky Rose, Rick Ross. Hove goes into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We're all New Yorkers. We've all grown up on Jigga Man. We've all seen his evolution. We've even had some loose working relationships with the God MC
Wasn't
and
loose,
Hove.
it was direct.
It was pretty direct. Yeah.
Definitely wasn't.
I
loose.
didn't want to brag.
We can lay it on the ground.
Loser
yeah.
boys.
It was pretty direct. Pretty direct.
didn't want to brag there.
No,
but
fuck that, yeah.
man, talk to me about it, bro. And
I mean,
sis.
it's really nothing to talk about because like me and no. I mean, like it's like this. These topics are very, very just like.
Is there anything from the speech that stood out for you the most?
Now I'm not. Fuck the speech. Okay. I'm just talking about him being inducted, him being who he is to our culture, and
Right.
Dave, and yes. Okay, matter of fact, yeah. Chappelle said like he's ours.
He's ours. Even though he's going into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
He's ours.
He belongs to hip hop.
And I think,
belongs to us.
and the thing about it is when we look at our artists, when we look at a Tina Turner, when we look at a James Brown, when we look at a Hove, when we look at Whitney Houston, list goes on and on. These are the people that we recognize before the other side understood why they were cool,
right,
or why they were popular, or why they were influential. And I have no problem with Hove and LL Cool J accepting and being inducted.
That was great to see, by the way. Seeing Hove and LL,
the pictures, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Lenny who gave us an inside peek of what was going on and all the people that were there. But I have no problem with Hove being inducted to
Even
the
though I
Rock and
didn't
Roll.
get invited to the Halloween party, Lenny. Seems like everybody in the world was there, Lenny, except us. It's okay. I'm home.
I have no problem. I have no problem with Hove being inducted. I have no problem with LL being inducted. Yeah, these gentlemen are 50 plus and have been around for 30 to 40 years and have influenced, cultures outside of us.
Yeah.
And young brothers and sisters, whether it's tech, whether it's music, whether it's athletes, whether it's entertainers, whether it's actresses or actors, these two have, LL took his career to another level.
Look what a black man has to fly to. Look what a black man has to fly.
But it's not shocking.
It's the most
It's not shocking, bro.
rock dudes had to walk.
But this is America.
The Hove had to be a billionaire.
But Kaz, this is America.
Legendary, best ever.
And
You
what's
are
surprising?
now welcome in our Hall of Fame.
What's surprising to you on that?
I mean,
The black man has to work twice as hard to get to the normal level that a white man has to get to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this man is 51, 52 years old?
Yeah.
He should have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Come on.
LL should have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I was talking to Ebro about this earlier this morning. I'm like, yo, we knew Hov had the caliber of being a Grammy nominated or Grammy award winning
We
artist.
stamped him the greatest of all time the first time he retired.
This is what I'm saying.
Like 2004, we were like, this is the best dude to ever do
No,
this.
in 96.
And now
No,
he's-
in 96. Fuck 2004.
Yeah.
In 96, 97.
Yeah.
We knew from Volume 1, Reasonable Doubt, Streets is Watching. We knew this man was different.
Yeah.
And people were telling us this guy is the one. DJ Clark Kent, one of our big homies.
Yeah. Shout out Clark Kent.
Irv Gotti. Telling us, like, yo, this guy's the next guy.
Yeah.
Got turned down from 5 record labels. We knew this was gonna come.
Everybody told him we ain't messing with it. It ain't our.
So that's why I'm not mad at this award. That's why I'm not mad at this accolade.
Yeah.
Because we knew, like Chappelle said, that's our guy.
Hove's the guy that had to kick down a lot of doors for us.
Right.
In many different
That
ways.
grace period, we would allow him that.
So there's never gonna be a time where Hove could do anything and you'll hear a bad word.
Bro, I'm
come
not. Yo, I
out of
love it.
my mouth for that.
Anybody's.
Anybody. I don't stand for no Hove slander. No. Anywhere, bro.
I love it. I love watching that.
Anywhere. Bro.
I love watching him on that stage with his dreads and his blue suit.
I see growth.
And everyone on that table that was sitting in front of him.
Yeah.
All them niggas from Brooklyn.
Yeah. When I see Hove, bro, I see how far us as black people, us as members of the hip hop community, us as, just people who just love doing this, love this culture.
And you got and then
seeing
it's so
how far you can take it. This is a D-boy. This is the motherfucker that sold crack. He sold crack in the 90s,
bro, and
bro.
it's crazy.
Why we gotta bring that up?
No, you have to. You have to tell the whole story because it makes it beautiful.
But it's crazy that this happened right around the time that, the Senate, pretty much, laid the law for us to have, a Hip Hop History Month. And November of 2021 is now like officially Hip Hop History Month. And then a couple days after that, you got this, LL Cool J and Jay-Z being inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So yeah, people thought hip hop was a fad.
Mm-hmm.
People thought hip hop was not going to last. People thought hip hop was not something of the future or the culture. It wasn't going to influence everyone around the world, not just
Right.
black motherfuckers in their, their neighborhoods.
Right.
Now the Senate approves us.
It's not like we needed the Senate to
I'm not.
approve us.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there are things that are allowing us to say, yeah. Now y'all get it.
Now y'all understand us.
Now
You know
y'all
what I'm
understand
saying?
it.
Now y'all
Not
understand
that we
us.
needed y'all to understand us, but now y'all see.
And he's
Feels
always
good.
that guy to
Feels
kick
good,
those
little
doors
recognition.
open. Yeah, you know,
Like we're not gonna sit here and act like it don't. Like
Feels good.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like if I was a new artist or if I got a Grammy, I'm not gonna. Oh no, I would love that.
Okay.
I would love that. Yeah.
I didn't get an Emmy this week, and I was nominated, but I didn't win. But it would have been nice to have one.
All right then.
I wasn't feeling for it, but I'm like,
But
it would have been nice to take.
All right, that's my point. We still like, yo, all the work
Still
that
that
we do,
dude, but
all the
it'd be nice
work
to have
that
a
we've
little gold
done,
trophy.
all the work that we put forth, the blood, sweat, and tears,
Yeah.
the sacrifices, all that. Yeah, it does feel good to be recognized.
Speaking
worldwide.
of recognition, speaking of validation, Rosie, it is your time to shine because it is this week's episode of, this week's edition of, wait for Lo to finish his drink. Is it valid? All right, let's get to it. Rosie, take it away.
First one is it valid? Meg the Stallion has a hottie sauce.
Hottie sauce.
At
Okay.
Popeyes.
a hottie sauce.
Yes. My God.
I have not tried it.
If the first time I
Was like
heard
her
thought
stage
shit,
sweat?
I did not. I never thought thought shit would be on a nationally televised,
Hottie sauce.
advertisement. But shout out to Meg Thee Stallion breaking them doors open. She got her new sauce called Hottie Sauce, courtesy
Is
of
it
Popeyes.
hot sauce?
It's
It kind of looks like Polynesian.
what I've heard is it's a sweet, spicy mix. So maybe a little
Okay.
spicy
All right.
Polynesian.
Oh, okay. I like
You know what I'm saying? I haven't tasted it yet because I am trying to lose his gut. But as Meg having this sauce, I think it's valid. I think it's very valid.
I think it's very valid, and this is very on brand.
Very on brand.
Very on brand.
Very on brand, yes.
It's valid.
Rosie, thoughts on Meg?
I want to try it.
Sauce.
It's valid.
All right, valid.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
would
very
try it.
valid.
It's valid to me.
Very
Moving
valid.
on.
She look
next
like she know
topic.
her sauces.
Yeah, very valid.
Halloween costumes. I didn't really see it.
This past Halloween, we
I don't
had.
celebrate Halloween. Yeah, I don't celebrate Halloween.
You didn't celebrate Halloween? You didn't dress up?
I put on a onesie and I went bar hopping. It's
It ain't
fun.
that- it ain't that.
Hilarious.
Did y'all see any Halloween costumes, y'all?
I mean, I
That stood
did.
out.
I mean, shout out to Lenny S. He does put on one of the greatest Halloween parties
Yeah.
there is, and everybody who's anybody usually goes to those. You've hosted one.
No,
of Lenny's,
I've hosted.
Halloween
I do
parties.
the ugly Christmas sweater party.
Ugly Christmas sweater.
I don't. Halloween is not. I've been
Okay.
scared of Halloween since I was 8.
Oh, it's scared of Halloween.
Don't laugh. Don't
You're
laugh.
a grown
don't
ass
laugh,
man.
don't
What's
laugh.
wrong with you?
Why are you
I'm
scared?
waiting for the laugh. Don't laugh.
Why are you scared of Halloween?
Halloween, I just can't do it.
Why?
Like I
I
don't.
did get egged this year.
Huh?
I got
What?
egged this year. A teenager.
You got egged?
Yeah,
They
like
egged your
teenagers
house?
egged our house. Yeah. But no,
God.
shout out Halloween costumes. Me and the wife dressed up as WandaVision from the pregnancy episode.
Definitely saw that. Definitely looked fire.
That was fun. But the thing about the costume was, they don't make Vision masks for black features. You feel me? So when I tried to throw it on,
You don't want them to either.
it
Yeah, you
was
really don't.
That would look so.
so
bad.
like it was a very tight leather mask, and my nose, my lips, my eyes, everything was just smushed. So I'm just like,
Cash, you're not the normal size.
I'm not a
human
normal
being.
size guy. I understand.
Like you're not the normal size human being where you can go to a Halloween store
No, tell
and
them what
find
you
a
did to the
regular
mask,
costume.
though.
So what I did was like, you know what? I'm gonna just cut the eyes out, the nose, the
That
nostrils,
shit is so
and
creepy.
the mouth, just so I could see a little better. And from right here, it looks fine. But it
does not look
the
fine.
more you zoom in,
Bro, you look like a bootleg Squid Games version of whatever the fuck you was doing.
now I just look like Michael Myers, like just a terrified Michael
Cass,
Myers. with
why
the
is it like you're
Mind Stone.
puckering your lips too? Like,
Because I am, because I had to
Are those
stick it
leggings or
out.
those jeans?
Those are jeans.
You have no choice but to pucker your lips.
Yeah, like it was just smushing my face, and it was nothing comfortable about it.
I
but
cannot be that dedicated to Halloween.
You need to be,
it-
bro.
it's-
You
it's-
will.
Especially
Okay,
like
so
not,
this costume, is
especially
that-
not going
is
anywhere.
this valid?
Is the costume valid?
I mean, it was my friend, so yeah, it's valid.
Thank you. I appreciate
Those
it.
my friends. It's valid.
Low dressing as a
The
The
comeback.
costume is valid.
Lowe's not
Cutting,
dressing as shit.
cutting
Lowe
all
was
that
like
shit
Lowe was
out,
in the house
not valid.
sleeping.
Listen,
That's what Lowe was doing last night.
you'll see. One of these days, you will embrace the holidays.
No, I'm not.
though.
I won't. So.
What else we got, Rosie?
Well, we already discussed the Bing
We talk
Bong.
Bing Bong. Well, we could just
Not
is it
valid.
or not? Not valid.
Not valid.
Not
No,
valid.
no, that shit ain't valid. Neither the Knicks aren't valid, so neither.
Bing Bong is mother effing valid in this
Knicks
piece.
are not valid, so
You already know the deal. B.
Bing Bong, Ring Dong is
Bing
not valid.
Bong.
What else?
Bing Bong.
We got backup quarterbacks.
Backup quarterbacks.
QBs.
Mike White, Cooper Rush, and who else?
Trevor.
Trevor Simeon all lead their teams
They also
to
sound
wins.
like these guys sound like slave owners.
Wow. Wow.
Mike White,
Mike White is
Cooper Run.
They all
What?
sound like
Trevor Schmeen?
they all sound like Django characters.
Bro, like they sound like slave owners. So no, it's not valid.
Not valid.
Off their name, it's
I
not
don't like
valid.
their names.
Damn it. All right, and last but not least, the return of Insecure, the final season. Oh, my fault. You're supposed to say that. My bad.
No, it's all good. Did y'all watch it?
I watched it.
I watched it.
You watched it.
How'd y'all feel?
Tough watch. So we're on both ends of the spectrum, and we'll end the show right after this. We're on both ends of the spectrum when it comes to watching Insecure, right? Like, it's one thing watching Insecure as a single man by yourself and, bacheloring it up. Watching Insecure with your girl is a whole different experience.
I mean, obviously, I'm single, so like I watch it with a different lens.
Yeah.
You watching it with your fiance,
And she's watching
Your
you
lens-
watch
She's
it.
watching me watching it.
yeah, your lens gotta
So-
be on the TV and her mentally. So it's like it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So like your perspective is gonna be way different from how I'm looking at it.
There's nothing sadder than watching a show and doing one of these. Like, to half smile and look over to make sure, like,
Yeah, what's so funny?
Or the
So
generic,
funny.
or the generic, like, damn, that's crazy, bro.
I'll put a 40 with it. That's crazy.
Bro, yo, babe, that's
Like,
yo,
yo,
you
baby,
slow. These
that's-
niggas, babe, these niggas is bugging,
These
man.
boys,
Like,
wow.
Whole time we watching
yo, you
y'all.
know I wouldn't do that.
No,
Like,
go ahead,
man,
laugh. You know you want to laugh. You think that's funny?
Exactly. Oh my God. So Rosie, we were talking about this before, but like watching Insecure watches, and just couple watches or date watches in general.
Yeah, those are.
You're
those-
judging us on every single
Everything.
joke.
Yeah, if you laugh too hard, we're asking you.
Yo,
why.
certain things, bro. Certain like y'all know how I am. Oh, yo, certain things are funny. I'm like, yo,
That's just funny.
it's just funny. You gotta eat that.
Yeah.
You gotta eat that, bro.
Lo has no regard for your
I
emotions.
really
if he
don't.
thinks
Maybe
it's
that's
funny.
why. Maybe that's why I'm still single, and I don't care.
I'm like, what?
Well,
Like
there's
you
the
see me,
problem
like you
right
see me,
there.
like laughing
Oh
shit,
my
like yo,
God.
low, like bro, tone it down.
I was like, I remember when I used to laugh at jokes.
Yeah,
I remember I used to
would-
watch things and
That's
just
how I feel
laugh.
about comedy shows. I do
I'm
not
like,
want to
bro,
go to a
it's
comedy
funny.
show. with my
Like
man.
if it's funny and it's not demeaning or it's not being disrespectful to your lady, like
Yeah.
a joke is a joke.
Yeah.
Because like I would expect my lady to laugh at some shit.
But Lowe's is the
Spoken
type
like
of
a true person
to-
not in a relationship. Logically, that makes sense, right? Like, logically, it's like, it's not about us.
But I
can
don't
laugh
think
at
Lowe would
something.
care. Like I think if he
That's
got
what I'm
in
saying.
trouble, he'd be like,
I wouldn't
"It's
give a
funny,"
fuck.
and
Now,
then that makes it worse.
If it was specific, where the joke was like,
You would still
yeah,
laugh, Lo.
remember September 5th and we went to Hibachi and you didn't pay the bill, and like the comedian was making a joke about that. I was like, okay, well, Shorty, I told you I didn't have the
Is that a
money.
real thing?
Shorty, I told you my check
That's
didn't hit.
wild specific.
That's my point. So like, if it's generic, man, let's laugh. Like I don't give a fuck, but I'm not in a relationship.
See,
so.
that's why bitches get mad at you.
Exactly. I'm like spoken like a true single man. I'm just like, yeah.
That's
I'm
what
like, you go on thinking that, Lo. Just thinking you could just laugh at jokes.
Go to the corner and think about what you just said.
Sounds normal.
So I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep putting up my 40 a night. That's crazy, man.
Exactly. Yo, so you got to stay right into, like how Jackson Mahomes is dancing that little square. That's where you got to just stay right there. Like, hit him with a, yo, that's crazy.
And
a little,
I'm gonna end the show right there because if I go on, if I continue, then it's gonna be our last.
Insecure,
It's gonna be
valid
our
or not?
last show right here on NBC Road. If I can,
The return of
And I like looking at my homegirl right there on the computer. I like.
Shout out Alexa. Shout out Julia.
I like her, cracking
Shout
it
out
up
Charlotte.
at
Shout out
7 in the
everybody.
morning.
Yeah.
I know they're in the back over there just like, oh my God, what the fuck did we sign up for? This is what you get at 10 o'clock in the morning when we drink our
Right.
secret Say Less juice.
Valid?
What?
The Return of
Insecure.
Insecure.
Oh, very valid.
Valid?
Very valid.
Valid.
Very valid. Love Issa Rae. Love me some Insecure.
very, very valid.
Final season. And the last one, last but not least. Let's end the show on this. Mark Zuckerberg launched Meta.
Nobody give a fuck about
The
the
metaverse.
Wait,
Rosie
he pulled a run our test.
is the Meta. Yeah, I mean, guys, I hope Meta World Peace got to check
You're
on
still
that.
on Facebook, but we're like, yo,
Yo.
So Mark Zuckerberg is ready to create like a virtual dystopian reality. Like if I would have passed out 10 years ago and woke up to seeing that,
what's
think
the
we'd be-
what's the difference? Like,
So-
what are we doing? What's Meta?
so Meta in so many words, Mark
Meta also sounds
Zuckerberg
like a
is
vaccine,
getting ready
but
to
whatever.
create his own virtual like universe. Where you pretty much put on VR goggles. They want to eventually
I love
have
VR.
VR skin. You know what I mean? So you can get your whole body into this metaverse universe.
What?
And yeah, it's as creepy as it sounds, bro.
Yo, no. Deadass Black Mirror.
It is literally
Black Mirror was onto something.
literally ripped out of a Black
Facebook
Mirror
company
episode.
is now Meta, a social
Black Mirror was
technology.
onto something.
Man, listen.
I like VR though, so
You like what?
VR virtual reality.
Yeah, I mean, I could do some Iron Man flying around and some some skiing on that, but like this whole metaverse thing, I'm like, all right, listen, bro.
What's wrong with
Flip-
real
flip-
reality?
Like real reality is
What's wrong
still
with
okay.
reality?
Well, I think he's done it enough.
It's a slippery slope.
It's a very slippery slope. It's a very slippery slope.
Not valid.
Yeah,
Not
no,
valid to me. Like,
Yeah, just
Guys.
just to get to the point, it's not.
go outside, touch some grass, breathe some real air,
Actual reality.
and just watching Mark Zuckerberg try to pretend he's an actual human
it's
being
not
throughout
valid.
the entire press release
This is
was probably the
weird.
scariest thing ever.
This
But
is weird.
Yeah, I'm cool.
who knows? This time next year, we'll all be probably slaves to the metaverse as well and doing a whole podcast
will.
from there.
Yeah.
But
Y'all will.
Subscribe.
in any case,
Not
subscribe
valid.
to the show right here on youtube.com/Kazeem, wherever you get your podcast. Lo, what you doing this week? What's the plan at?
Oh shit, yeah. So I want to let people know that on Hip Hop R&B Throwback, this month is dedicated to Hip Hop History Month. This is official. It's it's an official thing. Hip Hop History Month 2021. This is the first month that it's happened. And on Hip Hop R&B Throwback, every day of the month we are celebrating a different year in hip hop. So today, like we're recording today on Tuesday. We celebrated 1988 yesterday. I think we're doing like 1993 today. But every month from the 1st to the 30th, we're going balls to the wall, celebrating the culture, giving anecdotes about different years, just making sure that people know what the culture of hip hop is and how much it means to us, and the songs, the remedies, the albums, the anniversaries, the artists. So that's what I'm really pushing, and that's what I'm really excited about. Shout out to my team over at Apple Music Hits, Reef, Brittany, Juanito, Michelle, Sarah.
DJ John, my boy.
Shout out to all those guys that have really, we're cultivating a big, big, big thing just for the whole month. So that's what my whole thing for November is. Apple Music Hits, Hip Hop R&B Throwback, Hip Hop History Month. Tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. and 9 p.m., 2 times a day for the rest of the month.
Rosie, what the business is, man? What your week looking like?
My week is looking like I'm gonna see y'all again this week.
That's right.
Thursday?
I finally finished cleaning my house.
Hey, congratulations.
Breakup
Thank
is
you,
over?
Thank you. No, wait,
My fault.
what?
No, never mind. What you doing?
Touchy.
All right, my fault.
MSGPM comes back next week, November 10th, live in studio from the Garden with the New York Knicks take on the Milwaukee Bucks. You can catch me and Monica there after every Knicks and New York Rangers game. So check me out there. Check me out here on Say Less. Check me out Talking Wrestling on the Masked Man Show on the Ringer Network. And more building at Spring Hill as well. Got some great shows coming out, some great things on the horizon. I'm working, man. You know what it is. Jake, you good, bro?
Sir.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's take it on home. Like we always do at this time, after every episode, you know what to do. You know what it is. I appreciate all of you guys subscribing, listening, sharing the show. We're only going up from here. It's like we always do at this
All right,
time.
question. We got to do the earpiece on Thursday, too?
Right now?
Hey, Lo, I'm gonna need you to stop being a little bitch about
No,
that.
just
Yes, we're gonna do the earpiece voice of God.
No, I
Okay,
just thought- yeah, I just
don't
thought it
worry.
was- I just thought it was-
Lo's being just a little pansy baby.
thought it was-
But like we always do at this time, stay free, stay safe, and always say
Say
less. We will catch you next week. Peace out, New York. See you soon. What's up, y'all? This is Kaz.
Lowkey.
Rosy.
Thank you for checking out the Say Less podcast.
Don't forget to check out every new episode on Monday on YouTube.
And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Mother.